What's up, YouTube? This is my Spellbook Prophecy deck for the new format of September 1st, 2013, the TCG list, not OCG. This is going to be one of my main meta decks for the format. I still think Prophecies and Spellbooks are still very viable. Yes, they did lose Judgment Day, but we didn't lose the Stratos like they did in the Japanese list. And that's very, very crucial. Judgment Day really was derpy, and it really made the deck amazing. The deck was still actually very, very playable and very viable in the format even before we got Judgment Day, because we just played the Prophecy engine along with the Spellbook engine, instead of just pure Spellbooks with Jowgins and Kaikus. Before I get on to the deck profile of my variant of Spellbook Prophecies for the new format, I wanted to give a shout out to my friend WBA for hooking me up with this awesome sexy mat. It's the Charmer mat. It's got the light, the water, the fire, the earth, the wind, and the dark charmers. It's one of my favorite archetypes in the game. I wish they were more playable, but they're not. I've been wanting this mat for a while, and as of recently I managed to pick my friend up a secret Dark Arm Dragon. It's the one card he's always wanted and the one card he's never been able to get, so I went on my way to get one for his birthday, and he surprised me by telling me he would get me this mat, and I love him for that. He's a really good friend. But onto the deck profile. So yeah, let me zoom in real quick. That's probably good. So I am playing the 3 Priestess. It's Priestess, not much more to be said about that. It's your Dark Arm Dragon, it's the card that gets you where you need to go. It's the boss monster of the deck. It's Dark Arm, but sexier, essentially. Really happy I picked these up from a friend of mine, because I think Spellbooks are actually going to be one of the best decks of the format. Then I played the 2 Temperance and the 1 Justice. I only play the 1 Justice because I'm not playing more. Judgment Day is banned, and there's a lot more decks that are floating around with field spells, and she's not that necessary. The 2 Temperance are a better combo in this deck. 3's too many, so I decided to put in the 1 Justice just to round that out, because there are times you need Justice's effect. For the last bit of Prophecy monsters, I am running, well, they're Spellbook guys, whatever. 3 Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Probably the reason this deck is still going to be one of the best decks of the format, because this card did not go to 1. It's your Stratus of the deck. It adds anything you need. Sorry for the glare, my deck's really shiny. 3 of him. Then for the non-Spellbook Prophecy monsters, you play 3 Breaker. Heavy Storm's gone. You need a form of back row destruction. And I didn't want to make space in the main deck for MSTs. That's more of a side deck card if I go to a tournament. The Breaker acts as your MST, also acts as a 19 body beat stick, which is very useful, and he's a spellcaster. And he's sexy as an ultra. Would prefer secrets, but who will? For still running the 2 Kaikus, I cut it down to 2. I'm not running 3 anymore now that Judgment Day is gone. 2's still really good to get rid of opponent's value, or Malicious or a Plague, just to get rid of some of those cards that came back that are going to be problem cards. It also is very good in the matchup of with like Agents. They get removed for their Hyperion. Destiny Hero Engines, they can't remove from Malicious. It does, however, hurt when you play against Plague Spreader, because they just can keep summoning Plague, but you gotta be careful about that. My one personal tech, Injection Fairy Lily. My friend told me to play this card, and I was very hesitant on it. It's good and it's bad. The only reason I opted to play this is because Maxi was dead too many times. I was playing 3 Maxi, but I took it out and cut Maxi down to 2 to put this one in, because it's another card to summon with Tower if need be, and it's also a good just beat stick. The fact that it happens during the damage step is amazing, because if they go Veiler main phase, okay, just pass turn, they go swing into her, and you're just going to damage step and run over 34. 34 is kind of hard to get over. Not to mention, her effect activates in the damage step, so not much can stop her. For hand traps, I am still playing the 3 Veiler. I think that's a mandatory card this format. It's going to be very, very viable in this deck. Although decks like Infernities and my friends GBs that are really annoying really hurt this deck. The fact that they have Veilers in the form of a counter trap and to theme to their deck is really derpy. Because Barrier stops everything, and then Chariot, you can just keep, it's like a reusable, unstoppable Veiler, which is really dumb. It's just, Veiler's good, but this deck does get hurt by decks that play their themed Solemn Judgments, essentially. Last bit of monsters, I am playing the 2 Maxi. It's just there to have in case your opponent just explodes, and you get a plus if they don't game you, and if they, it's also there to stop your opponent's plays. So, for spells, I'm running the 2 Spellbook Grand Tower. I don't think 3's needed, and 1's too few. This new list opened up a lot of new decks that are playing field spells to be more viable this format. So you need more field spells to put a place on top of their field spells. 2 Master. I still think 2's good. I would not cut this to 1 because there's times when you open up this in a Secrets or this in a Magician of Prophecy, and you can just go nuts. Speaking of the devil, we're playing 3 Spellbook of Secrets, the best card in the deck. Essentially, searches for your whole deck, pretty much. That's really all I need to know about that. 2 Fate, my favorite card in the deck. When this card came out, people questioned why I even thought it was amazing, and then once people realized how good it was, I'm like, well, yeah, I told you so. This card's bananas. It's really good. 2 Life. Normally, before the ban list, you were playing 1 Life, 1 Reborn. Now that Reborn is gone, you're playing the 2 Life. 1, because you want to see it more. Yes, it is searchable, but typically you're not going to want to have to search this. If you're having to search for this, you're playing the deck wrong, or your opponent opened the nuts and you're losing. So, 2 Reborn in the form of Life. 2 Lance in the form of Wisdom. I like Wisdom because it's the only spellbook you can actually play multiples of. That are decent, more than once per turn. And the fact that you can go a Priestess on field, calling traps and spells is ridiculous. I wouldn't play 3 because I do have the Breakers and a side MSTs, but 2 is good. I play the 2 Eternity, just keep your combos going, add banished cards to your hand. Then I play the 2 Power. It's power, it's essentially a small... it's like a better Axe of Despair for spellcasters, plus 1,000 in search if you kill a monster. Also, side note on power, it does not have to go to grave. If you read closely, it just says destroy the monster. I don't know if can that focus? I think that focused. But yeah, the card says, this card destroys opponent's monster by battle. You can add 1 spellbook card to hand. Somebody tried to roll Shark the other day and they got wrecked. So then you are playing the 1 Dark Hole for your last spell card. For your only traps, I'm playing 2 Threatening Roars. There are a lot of decks that can OTK you like crazy right now, and that's where Threatening Roar comes into play. It's better than Wabaku because GBs are a thing, and it's better than Breakthroughs at the moment because there's no point. You run the 3 Veilers, and effects, yeah, they happen, but you can just outspeed them with your spells. So Threatening Roar is there for that. The extra deck, it's really up to you. The extra deck is very, very, very interchangeable. You can play with really whatever you want, because the deck can essentially make any level Synchro and any level Exceed you want to, because of the Spellbook of Life. So I'm playing the 1 Tempest Magician and the 1 Arcanite, and then I am playing the 1 Big Eye. I need to grab from my friend. But other than that, it's just generic. I'm not going to show you the rest of my extra deck. Honestly, I think you need to run one of these, and 1 Big Eye at least. Other than that, it's up to you. That's the deck, guys. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up this video if you want to see my Blackwing deck profile. Peace.